Someone is about to confess what they did to your food that night. Archangel Michael says, the silence you feel around you is not peace, it is a ticking clock before the truth spills. A heavy secret has lingered behind closed doors, one connected to the night your stomach felt strange, your instincts off. You remember the setting well, what you wore, who was around, and how they smiled just a little too hard. That night was not ordinary, and the energy in the room had shifted long before you noticed. Someone close, someone pretending to be gentle, was masking a darker intent with every sweet word. What they did was subtle, quiet, yet deliberate, placing something in your food with thoughts you wouldn't dare imagine from them. They never thought it would haunt them, but now it's unbearable. They're pacing, sweating, whispering to themselves, and planning how they will come clean. They didn't know that spiritual eyes were watching. They didn't know your spirit was guarded. They didn't know that what they tried to do would not succeed. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There is no hiding anymore. The person is about to break. They can't take the pressure that the unseen realm is putting on them. You will hear it unexpectedly, not in a dramatic announcement, but perhaps a slip of the tongue, a trembling voice late at night, or an anonymous message. Archangel Michael says this person is being spiritually cornered. Their dreams are no longer quiet. Your face is appearing to them, even in their sleep. They wanted to test your weakness, but now they are confronting their own. Every bite you took that night is echoing in their memory. They thought it would be erased. Type Amen to get blessing 772. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Someone knew that what they put in your food wouldn't cause death, but it would cause confusion, slow energy, or disturbing emotions. Their goal wasn't to kill, but to disorient, to make you doubt your clarity. But what they didn't understand is that your soul has divine resistance. You have been chosen for higher protection. What touched your plate was stopped at your spirit. Still, their hands are guilty. Their conscience is boiling. You'll soon see the signs in their behavior. They flinch when you enter. Their eyes don't meet yours. This is your confirmation. This is your warning and your justice unfolding. Spirit doesn't forget what was whispered into your food. Type Amen to get blessing 905. They rehearsed their confession, but every time they got close to telling you, fear struck them down. What they added was meant to weaken you, not harm you forever, but they now fear consequences bigger than they expected. They're consulting someone else about what to do. They're scared of your reaction, but deeper inside, they are scared of spiritual judgment. The energy of truth is closing in on them. They keep checking their phone, they keep deleting messages. They are watching you, hoping you never find out. But your spirit already knows, the truth is already here. You just haven't heard it with your physical ears yet. Type Amen to get blessing 498. The night they did it, there was laughter in the room. Fake, shallow laughter. They smiled with you but held a secret from you. They thought the candlelight would disguise their intent. They thought the background music would cover their guilt. But something about your stillness disturbed them. They watched you eat. They held their breath. And when you got quiet for a moment, they thought it was working, but you survived it. You overcame it. You even smiled the next day, and that shook their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Their body is reacting now. Spirit has a way of turning guilt into symptoms. They're having strange stomach aches, insomnia, and headaches that medicine can't fix. Because the food wasn't just a meal, it was energy. It carried the intention of someone close. And the energy they sent is bouncing back. They are remembering the moment they opened the container. They are remembering how they hesitated. But they still went ahead with it. They thought you'd never trace it back. But heaven knows. And heaven is whispering justice in your direction. Type Amen to get blessing 603. You may notice they're avoiding meals with you lately. They make excuses, rush out early, or pretend they're fasting. It's not coincidence. It's fear. They keep looking at you like you might know. They're checking your reactions. But you've been calm, and that's what scares them the most. Their time of hiding is ending. There's a shift in the air. A confrontation is close, but it may not come from your mouth. It may come from theirs. Another person will help reveal it. A third eye is watching. A mouth that overheard something strange is going to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 204. You were divinely protected from full impact. What they placed was neutralized by your spiritual guardians. The moment they did it, an angel blocked the path of that energy. Now, their nightmares have started. They've re-seeing visions. They've re-waking up sweating and confused. They're scared that the truth will explode, that someone else will expose them before they confess. And they're not wrong. Everything is leading up to the moment of truth. That moment is close. Very close. Type Amen to get blessing 651. Archangel Michael says, you don't need to panic. You've already been rescued. But now you must listen closely, because this person is being forced into confession. The way they'll confess won't be loud. It will be sudden. It might even seem like a joke at first, but listen between the lines. Watch their body language. They will tremble when they speak. They have carried this guilt like a fire in their bones. They've prayed silently that you never find out. But the divine timeline says, the hour has come. Type Amen to get blessing 849. They have written it down, deleted it, written it again. They don't know if they should tell you in a message or in person, but the pressure is unbearable now. There was one person who warned them not to do it. But they didn't listen. They thought they were untouchable. They were jealous of your light. They envied your clarity, your growth, your joy. That night, they tried to dim it. But it only made your flame brighter. The heavens turned it around, and now their shadow is burning. Type Amen to get blessing 132. They are walking with guilt in public and hiding panic in private. Their appetite has changed. Their peace has left. They keep revisiting that night. They replay every detail. And every time they see your face, they feel smaller. They will confess soon, not for your sake, but for their own survival. Spirit has warned them. They tried to smile it away, but your glow kept growing. And now they can't ignore the light they tried to touch. Type Amen to get blessing 723. You've likely already noticed some distance. Their words changed. Their energy is uneasy. They are dropping clues without meaning to. A slip of the tongue. A flash of fear when you mention food. Spirit is orchestrating the exposure. The moment they confess, everything will shift. You'll feel the air clear. Don't seek revenge. Let heaven handle that. Your victory is already in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 909. The person who helped them prepare that dish is not innocent either. There was more than one hand involved. One added it. Another knew about it. Now that second person is feeling the heat too. Their heart is racing. They're pushing the guilty one to speak before they are exposed too. Archangel Michael says, heaven never sleeps, no act is forgotten. No meal is beyond spiritual justice. You were not harmed, you were awakened. You were strengthened. Type Amen to get blessing 564. Someone who was in the room that night saw it happen. But they stayed silent out of fear. Now they are deciding whether to tell you first. You may overhear them speaking. Or they might drop a message anonymously. Spirit is using multiple ways to bring you truth. Your health was targeted. But your spirit was too strong. You broke their curse without even knowing. This next week holds the moment. The confession will not be delayed much longer. Your protection has made it unavoidable. Type Amen to get blessing 778. Stay grounded. Stay calm, you're not crazy for what you sensed that night. This script is your confirmation. This message is your mirror. Truth is already being unsealed. They are losing the power of silence. The darkness they cooked with is now boiling back into them. It's irreversible. They must confess. They will confess, and when they do, you will know. Type Amen to get blessing 477. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They are trying to make peace with the invisible forces. Lighting candles. Praying under their breath, seeking relief from guilt that no prayer can wash away unless the truth is spoken. They're hoping their nightmares end before you find out. But the more they delay, the worse it becomes. Every delay pulls them deeper into spiritual discomfort. The longer they hide, the louder the pressure inside their chest grows. There's something they swallowed the day after, not food, but fear. They saw how fine you looked, and that terrified them more than if you had collapsed. Because it meant one thing: something bigger was protecting you. Something untouchable. Something divine. Type Amen to get blessing 334. Now they whisper to others, trying to shift blame. It wasn't that bad, they say. It wasn't dangerous, just experimental. But that's not true. They did it knowing what it could cause. They did it to dim your light even for a little while. The person who was laughing loudest that night knew the darkest secret. Their laughter was covering a trembling heart. Inside, they were already regretting it. They thought you would be the one to crumble. But instead, they're the one falling apart in secret. Your strength exposed their weakness. Type Amen to get blessing 101. There's a location where it all happened. A place tied to memory and scent. You can still remember the smell of that food. And how it tasted just a little off. You questioned yourself for hours. Maybe it was the seasoning, maybe it was your mood. But no. It was more than that. something was spiritually tampered. Not deadly, but dark. Not poison, but manipulation, your body knew. That's why it felt heavy after. That's why sleep came with strange dreams that night. Type Amen to get blessing 862. They kept glancing at you across the room. Watching for signs, your smile made their soul sink further. Because you didn't confront them. You didn't rage, you didn't even look suspicious. And that calm response shook them. It made them question how much you knew, it made them panic in silence. Now, they're preparing for the worst. They sense something building, they're not wrong. Judgment is near. Type Amen to get blessing 688, another person is involved in exposing them. They've been holding on to this information for weeks. They were scared to say it, but Spirit is nudging them now. Their conscience is growing louder. And soon, they won't be able to keep it in. Your glow has been protected since birth. You are not meant to eat from hands that curse. You are meant to feast at tables of favor. That food didn't touch your destiny. It only awakened your gift. That night was a lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 900. Archangel Michael says, you are being vindicated without lifting a finger. The truth is crawling to the surface by divine order. What was done to your body is now reflected in theirs. Their hands shake when they see you. Their voice cracks in your presence. Spirit won't allow their comfort until the confession comes. And when they speak, it will sound like a whisper. But it will shake their entire world, because it's more than what they did. It's the intention behind it. They wanted to see you fall, but instead, you re-rising. You re-elevating. You re-glowing. Type Amen to get blessing 413. Now their own food doesn't taste the same. They can't enjoy what they once did, every bite reminds them of that night. They see you in unexpected places. They hear your name and flinch, they feel cold even in warm rooms. The judgment they feared is here. It's not punishment, it's exposure. It's truth rearranging the air around them. You don't have to act, you don't have to investigate. The truth is already preparing to land in your lap. Type Amen to get blessing 295. You may receive a letter. A voice note. A trembling phone call at an odd hour. Whatever form it takes, it's coming. And when it comes, don't be shocked. Your soul already knew, you were never crazy for feeling what you felt. You were divinely alert. You were spiritually awake. This is not about revenge. This is about revelation. This is about spiritual closure. Type Amen to get blessing 119. They tried to mess with your meal. But it's their peace that was disturbed, their appetite. Their rest. Their mind, your aura is too strong. Your purpose is too high. Their plan was never going to succeed, but now, they know it too late. And all that's left is confession. Exposure is better than explosion, and they know something is about to explode. Stay calm. Stay ready. The confession is closer than it has ever been. Type Amen to get blessing 740. You will notice one person distancing themselves rapidly, suddenly avoiding eye contact. Quiet when they used to talk non-stop. That's the one. Spirit has marked them with guilt. Their silence speaks louder than any lie. They may try to act normal again, but watch their energy. They will trip on their own words. The more they hide, the more their truth screams, the more they smile, the more their heart breaks. Spirit doesn't rest until justice is complete. Type Amen to get blessing 822. They may even pretend they're sick. Seeking sympathy. Distracting from the guilt, but don't fall for it. This isn't sickness. It's spiritual consequence. Their body is reacting to their heart's deception. They might say they didn't know it would affect you. But they did. They were warned spiritually. You are not to fear. You are to be still. You are to witness the unveiling. Type Amen to get blessing 377. The truth is making its way through layers of fear, through rooms of gossip, through whispers of regret. It's crawling through every lie they told to cover it. It's moving through every false smile they gave. It's cracking their peace. Soon, the words will come out, not because they're brave, but because Spirit has cornered them, their silence has expired. And when they speak, don't react with rage. React with recognition. You already knew. Type Amen to get blessing 644. They're haunted by your calm, they expected anger. But you showed silence. And silence has power, your presence is louder than their secrets. Your light is exposing shadows. Your peace is their panic, you are not the victim. You are the testimony. You are the proof that protection exists. This is your confirmation. This is your release. The food was touched, but your destiny remained untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 511. They are going to break down in a setting you least expect. It won't be in a dramatic confrontation. It may be in a soft voice. At the corner of a table, or during an accidental encounter. Their words will tremble. Their hands will shake, and you will finally hear what they've held back. The first few words they say will try to minimize it. But the energy behind them will reveal everything. They're not strong enough to lie anymore. They will say it wasn't meant to harm. But they knew what they did. And now the spirit world is demanding they face it. This is not about apology. It's about truth being dragged into light, not to punish, but to cleanse. Not to destroy, but to reset balance. Type Amen to get blessing 204. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, their plan failed because you carry divine immunity. No matter what was in that food, your spirit resisted it. The angels around you turned what was meant to confuse into fuel for your discernment. They were shocked when nothing visibly happened to you. But they didn't know something greater was happening inside you. A shift, an awakening. That night became a turning point for your awareness. It sharpened your spirit, it strengthened your intuition. Ever since then, you've noticed things more clearly. Energies seem louder, truth feels closer. That's not a coincidence. Type Amen to get blessing 991. They've spoken to someone they trust, thinking it's a secret. But that person is now feeling convicted too. That person is about to bring the truth to your ears in a shocking way. It may come out in frustration. It may be revealed accidentally. Either way, the truth is about to leap out. The food they tampered with has become spiritual evidence. Not just an event, but a witness. And it's testifying to heaven. What you didn't hear that night is about to echo loudly in the coming days. A storm of exposure is brewing silently. And you are being prepared for the moment. Type Amen to get blessing 531. This is why you've been feeling strange lately. An energy shift. You've sensed something approaching but couldn't explain it. That's because their confession is being spiritually pulled into your reality. Your body remembers the betrayal, your soul remembers the silence. But now, your spirit is ready for truth. The moment they confess, you may feel mixed emotions, shock. Maybe sadness. Maybe even a moment of rage, but let peace rise above it all. Your calm is your power. Your silence is your shield, your spirit has already healed. Type Amen to get blessing 367. Archangel Michael says, when it comes, you will feel a release like never before, a tension in your chest will lift. A confirmation in your soul will settle in. You are not meant to fight, you are meant to witness. You are meant to rise. The food was just the surface, behind it was jealousy. Behind it was fear of your glow. They feared your elevation, they tried to dim it in the most silent way. But now their darkness is screaming for release. Type Amen to get blessing 702. You may hear them say something like, I didn't know it would go this far. But that's not truth. It's fear. They knew the power of energy in what they gave you. Someone else is watching them unravel. A friend, a sibling, maybe a coworker. That person will be the one who finally pushes them to speak. They will say, you need to tell them the truth. And in that moment, their hands will shake, their voice will drop. Their soul will bleed. They are afraid of judgment, but Spirit is not here to destroy them, just to expose them. That's the only way healing can begin. Type Amen to get blessing 851. Your name is holy in the realm of spirit. That's why poison cannot touch you. That's why betrayal only makes you wiser. You walk with something divine. Even when they tried to sneak shadows into your meal, they were blocked. Reversed, cancelled. But now they're the ones digesting consequences. Their health, their peace, their sleep, all touched by the return of what they gave. Let them feel it. Let Spirit handle it. You have already passed the test. Type Amen to get blessing 420. They are now seeing visions in dreams, of that night. Of you looking directly at them, without speaking. In those dreams, you are glowing, you are silent. You are surrounded by light. They wake up breathless, they feel watched. And that's not paranoia. It's accountability. They thought they could hide. But heaven is light. And light doesn't let darkness sit still. Type Amen to get blessing 552. They will come to you in a moment of weakness. They may cry, they may say they've been battling guilt. You don't have to say much. Just listen, let the truth land in the room. They might ask for forgiveness. But forgiveness is your choice, you owe them nothing. But your peace is everything. Your elevation is not tried to their apology, it is try to fever clarity. And now clarity is your. Type Amen to get blessing 800. You might feel the energy shift as soon as the truth leave their lips. It may come with trembling. It may come with shaking knees. But when it happens you will feel power not over them but within you. You will feel like the heavens are clapping in silence. They will never look at you the same because they know they failed, they try to break a divine vessel. You are racing past it. You are glowing above it, you are leaving it in the hands of the divine. Type Amen to get blessing 109. This final moment of truth is being watched by unseen real me. Angels are holding space, justice is already written. You are not to fear what coming, you are to embrace what being exposed. Spirit, never forget a heart like yours, that meal didn't defeat you. The person didn't win that night, didn't end you. You were only being shown the truth face behind the smile. And now the mask is falling. Type Amen to get blessing 611. The weight is lifting from your shoulder, the confusion is clearing from your mind. The fog is breaking under the light. Soon, their boys will speck that they hidden, and it will mark the end of their silence, the banging of your clarity. You will never eat in fair again. You will never trust blindly again, you will walk in divine discernment from now on. You were not fair poison, you were fade purpose. And now that purpose is working of inside of you. Type Amen to get blessing 301. This is your story of spiritual survival. This is your reminder that nothing hide and stay hidden forever, and that no weapon for mad seen or unseen can break a short built by divine hands. You are free. You are clean, you are rising. Let them confess. Let them release. Let heaven finish that it started. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further,